Sunday, CBS, 6:30 Eastern Time. It's a rematch of last year's AFC Championship game. Pete, you picked the Bills to win the Super Bowl going into the season, and the Bills landed the first blow early this season in Kansas City. They showed Kansas City that, hey, we're a different team this season, but Kansas City's a different team than they were earlier this season.
Give me this for about 8 hours. I want to watch this game. I mean, this is everything and anything that I love in football. You have two gunslinger quarterbacks who love to throw the football around and two teams that will throw the football around. I can't wait. This is the best game from my standpoint to watch all weekend. I love this. And I think Buffalo is ready to win again at Kansas City. I know we saw a good Kansas City team last week. That Pittsburgh defense was awful. This defense is very good. Leslie Frazier has the #1 defense in the league. They don't get enough credit for what they've done. Remember they had that little lull in the middle of the season? They turned it on in the second half of the season. They were outstanding last week against Mac Jones. I think they're going to be outstanding here. And I think Josh Allen, these playoffs are his moment. Every quarterback has a moment. We saw Patrick Mahomes a couple years ago. These playoffs are going to be Josh Allen's moment. He's going to have a big day throwing the football. I love Buffalo in this game. By the way, might be in the 60s, the points, 33, 32.
The over is a great play in this one, so I'm with you on that. It's interesting we keep talking about throwing the football because I think one of the things that really helped kickstart things last week for him was Josh Allen running the football. And I think he's really the fire starter for their offense, running the football in general. When he becomes a part of it, whether it's a pass play or design running play for him, I think it opens things up for Devin Singletary. It opens things up and it forces defense to then have to take a guy out of coverage on pass plays, limit how much man-to-man you can play, and that plays to their advantage. So that, to me, is going to be something to keep an eye on in this game, is if Josh Allen takes off early and often and forces the Kansas City defense, which has been playing well, to either have a spy for him or maybe not rush as many and keep someone kind of back, waiting for him to release.
I was going to ask you that. Spagnuolo is known to play man and rush.
Yep.
Play man and rush. Blitz, play man and rush. Do you back off of that plan against him?
I think you've got to change it up because the one thing you don't want Josh Allen to do is to get comfortable or feel that he knows what's coming. Hey, they're playing a lot of man on third down, 3rd and 4+, and they're bringing this type of pressure. Whatever you did the series before, do something different the next time. You don't want him dropping back there and being that confident that he knows what you're going to be doing. And if he sees a lane, he just runs and takes off. So that's with the way you're rushing, the way you're pressuring, and your coverage on the back end. It's going to be one of those Rolodex type games, in my opinion. And I think you have to do that too because you played each other. They are familiar with each other to some degree. You talked about the Bills' defense. They constructed this defense to really beat Kansas City. I mean, let's be honest about it. They know they have the quarterback to do it. It then came down to do they have the defense to do it. With the line, the ability to rush, the secondary to cover, that's what this is about. And so it's really all about execution. And look, KC at home's tough to beat. That's why I'm laying the 2 points here. The over, I think, is the best play. But same thing as far as talking about the Bucs and Tom Brady. I have a hard time in the end betting against Andy Reid at home with Patrick Mahomes and the way this offense still can move the football. And I do think I give Pittsburgh more credit what their defense was last week as far as what Kansas City did against them.
Yeah, they didn't. They got 1 sack last year in the playoff game last year. I mean, they got to be better than that this time around. I'm talking about Buffalo. I really think this. You got to be to stop the Chiefs now. You got to keep those other guys from going off because Kelsey's going to get his. Tyreek Hill's going to get his. But lately, we're seeing Pringle get some. We're seeing those other guys all get involved, and Hardman gets some.
I mean, last time it was a combination of Hill, Kelsey, Hardman. It still wasn't enough.
Right.
So you wonder if the addition of a guy like Pringle, how he mixes in, and then the running game.
Right.
I mean, in all honesty, at some point, the Chiefs are going to have to run the football in some crucial moments and be able to make hay.
Buffalo, too.
Well, but Buffalo's got Josh Allen. He is more, I guess, apt to want to take off and run and become a part of that. He's a tone setter, too, when he gets out there. He'll lay someone down or he'll make someone miss. I think Patrick Mahomes is a little bit more reluctant. He will, but you really got to force him to do that.
Right.
Different story.
Chiefs have been to 2 straight Super Bowls. They've been to 3 straight AFC Championship games. Pete thinks that comes to an end. Both those streaks come to an end in this game, which could be, the winner of this game might go on to win the championship. Winner is going to likely be the favorite to come out of the AFC for sure and probably win the whole thing.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.